Hello, welcome. I'm Hannah, and today I'm going to be reporting about how my budgeting went in February. And I'll start off by saying it went really good. It went better than January. To recap January, I posted that kind of at the end of February. I'll link it down below if you're curious. But in January, I kind of bent my rules a little bit by making a big purchase and then selling things to make up the cost. And then the $70 that I couldn't make up, I deducted from my February budget. It's not my plan to spend money before I get it, but like it happened in January. And I feel like now that February is over, we're completely resolved of that. Like I feel like it went well. It didn't then catapult me to spend more in February. So I'm feeling really good about how February went, about how January went, and I'm excited to share with you all of the purchases that I made in February. So starting off with the budget, I again don't have my notebook in front of me that has like the exact penny amounts, but I don't think you care about that anyway. I started with a budget of $129 because I'm doing like a baseline of $200 and then I deducted the $71 from January. But I got checks from Rakuten. It's like the cashback website. Obviously not sponsored, but I use it, and then when I make purchases on certain websites, I get like a little bit of money back and it gets like mailed to you every couple months. So my check that I got for February was $72. But I realized in January, when I was like scrambling for money after I made my big purchase, that I hadn't cashed one in a while. So I ended up like, I checked my bank and I hadn't cashed the one that I was supposed to get in, I think, November. So I emailed them and they're like, oh, okay, we'll send that one to you when we send you your February one. So I also got, I think it was like a $45 check from November. So my budget in February became about $245. So I found that to be like a very comfortable amount. Also, I don't want to talk too much before I get into the fun stuff. I feel like I'm already kind of boring you. Oh, it's been like 3 minutes already. But also, I sold a lot of things, and my rule with selling things is that I'm not counting that money in my budget until I cash out, and I don't really want to cash out before I need to because I'm nervous that if I like see my budget as like a really big number, it's going to incentivize me to purchase more. So I did sell, I think, about $250 worth of stuff that I have in my Poshmark and Mercari accounts. That's just good to know going forward, but I didn't use any of that in February. Okay, my first purchase was this beanie. This is merch from my favorite band, the Front Bottoms. I'm in a couple of their groups on Facebook, and people had posted after buying this at a recent concert. It's just like a play on the North Face logo, but instead of the North Face, it says the Front Bottoms. They announced on Instagram that they put some in their online shop, and I just like went ahead and ordered it really quickly. That was on February 7th. This cost $20, and I really like it. I was nervous at first because I have like a document on my phone. I can already tell you today is going to be really rambly. I have a document on my phone where I save pictures of the things that I bought so I can look at them and Google them. And I decided to do that because like pretty much as long as I can remember, like I did this in middle school, that I would like find pictures of things I would want, I'd put them in a Microsoft Word document, I'd print that out and like cut them up and like make outfits with them and like carry them around and like daydream about having this stuff. And when I started having iPhones, I started just like having a folder in my iPhone where I would have pictures of things that I wanted. But when I started budgeting a couple years ago, I was like, I'd rather Google the things that I already have instead of only looking towards things that I want to have. So because of that, I have a folder of all my purchases, and it does come in handy sometimes. Like, for example, I have been filming swatch videos of like all of my shadows in different color stories, and I've been like making a point to like wear a pink top when I swatch the pink ones and wear a purple top when I swatch the purple ones. And oh, I'm filming a teal one later today, which will go with my nails. So I'm also coordinating my nails to it. And I was like, what teal top do I have? And I'm just like scrolling through my little document to see what teal tops I have. It's really convenient. I kind of recommend it. But sometimes I'll put a picture in that document and it's just not like the most aesthetic picture. And then I'm just like, do I really like the item? And it's not always a good indicator if it looks good in the document or not. But I mean, if it stops me from wanting things, then like fine. But I feel like the picture of this, I just didn't really like how it looked in my document. So it made me doubt it, and it did take a couple weeks to get to me. But this isn't really the look for it. But I like it. I feel cute in it. I'm repping my favorite band. And yeah, that was my first purchase. My second purchase was from Asos. So I had a couple store credits going into 2021. I mentioned that in my budget introductory video, and one of the big ones was Asos. I had over $200 in store credit, and I saw this top that made me decide to make an Asos purchase. So the backstory on this top is that in my wish list video, I'm just referencing the Hot Vegan Hannah cinematic universe today. In my wishlist video, I talked about this acne polo that's like this ombre stripe that I've been wanting for a really long time and checking resale websites to try to find it, to no avail. And when I saw this sweater, I feel like this, like they definitely copied acne for this sweater. It's definitely like too similar of an ombre to just be like an artistic coincidence. But I'm kind of okay with that. And like the acne polo, I think it retailed at like $400 and this retailed at $40. And I'm like, I think that makes sense for me, like to spend 1/10 of the price to have the pattern I like. And on top of that, I'm very adverse to preppy styles. And like the polo doesn't seem so preppy, like it's not like literal prep school clothing like some like pleated skirts and stuff are. But it does feel like I don't know if it's really going to integrate to be a true part of my wardrobe. And if I'm buying like a designer top, I don't want to have any doubts about it. So I feel like this mock neck sweater style, I'll also post a picture of the model wearing it, but I feel like this mock neck sweater style, it's like a very thin sweater. It suits my personal style really well, and I really like it. I wore it out to lunch. I have a picture of that, but I'm going to save it because I'm wearing other things I'm going to be talking about in a minute. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and it really has satisfied my need for that acne polo. At this point, I'm like, even if it's on the RealReal for like $150, like I don't need to spend $150 on that anymore, because the thing that I liked about it, which is this combination of colors, I have it satisfied in this sweater now. Also from Asos, I bought a flannel shirt that is my favorite style of flannel shirt. It's these monkey with an I, M-O-N-K-I flannels. I have a hot pink one and I have a tan one, and both of them are some of my favorite items in my whole wardrobe. And every so often I'll look at Asos and I'll wonder if they have a new color. And they came out with this one a couple months ago. I was contemplating it back in 2021, but I'm not that much of a yellow person, so that kind of deterred me from getting it. But as you may know, if you watched my January purchase video, I bought that Chloe bag, which is like a yellow and red ombre. And I've been more interested in yellow because it'll go with my new favorite bag, which kind of ties into the hat too, because the hat goes with it. This sweater goes with it. I'll just grab it again so we can have another moment for her. This is my January bag, reinvigorating my feelings of yellow. So it's been kind of fun to look at clothes differently because they go with something that will make me feel good when I carry it. So here's the flannel. Don't let the tag fool you because I have worn it. I'm just a weirdo that didn't take off the tags. So it's kind of like, I thought on the website it was like a purple stripe, but I feel like it's more of like a brownie maroon. I guess my biggest hang up with this is that I would only wear it with a white top. And I have so many other flannels that I would like toss over an outfit. I'd toss that pink one over a dark tank top, over a burgundy top, over a pink tank top. But I feel like with this one, I would only wear it over white. And like maybe like if it was a different color combination, I would draw out this secondary color and wear that with it. But I don't want to wear brown with yellow because I think it just looks like pee and poop and I can't get over that. Maybe I will in the future, but like I'm not there yet. So that's my only issue with it, but I do really like it. It is really comfy, and it's the kind of thing also, like I could see myself sleeping in this. I've mentioned this before about, for instance, I have this red Gucci Jackie bag that When I got it, I was less excited about it compared to the other two that I have, so kind of a similar situation to this, but it made me use that one more because I was less worried about it getting ruined. When I wear my two favorite Gucci bags, I'm like, what if something happens to it? And I kind of feel that way about my favorite two monkey flannels. So maybe this will work out with me more because like it's not as precious, but I do like it. It's like a really cute oversized fit. I wore it to work once for the one time that I've worn it so far, but yeah, I like it. I'm happy with it. There was two other tops I also ordered from Asos that I ended up returning. It was a Jaded London graphic tee. I think it was Nebraska and it had bears. I liked the colors of it. It had like, you know, blue and burgundy on it, and it had like light distressing on it too, which I really like, but it just felt like too much like a big baggy t-shirt, and like I don't need new t-shirts unless I love them because I have a lot of t-shirts. And then the other thing was a denim shirt from Ragged Priest, and it had like a subtle plaid pattern on it, but that also just felt kind of like boxy, stiff, and I wasn't excited about it. So I'm still pending my refund for those, but I think the two tops that I'm keeping were about $65 or $70, so I should still have about $150 in Asos store credit. The next purchase that I made was to Urban Outfitters, and I'm realizing now that I didn't pull those shadows out. Well, I'll give you the backstory first. Well, actually, I made a video about those shadows, and I know that is going up before this video, so I will link that down below. But basically, Urban Outfitters and Terra Moons did like, I don't know if you want to call it a collab or just like Terra Moons is selling exclusive shades at Urban Outfitters. It started a while ago and I somehow never gave any thought to it, but then I saw swatches from Beauty Budget Diary on Instagram that were absolutely beautiful, and I couldn't get it out of my mind that I really wanted those shades. On top of that, Urban Outfitters was having like a extra 30% off sale that day, and I have a $20 off $100 coupon that I got last year from buying too much from Urban Outfitters, and it's been kind of like burning a hole in my pocket. Like it's been kind of in the back of my head of like, when am I going to use that $20 coupon? So I ended up making a cart of sale stuff and those Urban Outfitters shadows. It was like $102, and then with the coupon it was like $82 and then tax. And some of the items were like last one in stock, and I bought it pretty quickly. It was the first time that I've done that this year, I think. That's something that like I would do a lot in the past, which would lead me down bad roads, that I would just be scared of scarcity, and it would make me make rush decisions that aren't benefiting me because I don't need the stuff. The good thing about this purchase though is that I can return anything that I don't need to Urban Outfitters. That's pretty easy. And also they allocate the coupon to the items, so it's not like I'm losing the whole 20. Like I basically got 20% off of the things that I decided to keep. After I made that, I was like, do I really want any of those things? Then I was like, maybe I'll keep one item and like, you know, we'll see. So first, let me just show you quickly the shadows. I just have them stuck in the corner of this palette. If you're interested in Terra Moons, I really recommend seeing that video that I'll link down below because I swatched them all in my eyes. I gave a lot of thoughts, but I'll just tell you quickly that I think they're beautiful and I'm really happy that I have them. Those came out to be about $14 with the discount, but they're normally $18. And then of the other things that I ordered, I guess I'll post pictures, okay? I ordered a pair of black ripped jeans that were in a petite, and I am petite, so that works out for me. But those just didn't fit me right. The rips at the top of the thighs were just really big, and it just looked weird on me. And I bought this cherry print headband, which actually I haven't gone and done the return yet, so I do have these things, and I know this headband's right here. It's like one of those like carnival spray paint kind of designs. I thought this might be the thing that I kept, but it just didn't like sit right on my head, so I'm going to return it. I also got this like purple mesh off the shoulder top, but I think they only had a large left and I got that, and like sometimes large works for me. I do have like a bigger bust, but it was just like really baggy in the cowl neck, and like I don't need tops that I'm that are for like really particular occasions that like I'm not gonna wear, you know? If I go out to dinner like once or twice a month, I'm not gonna wear the same top every month, so I don't want to buy new ones. There was also this plaid romper that's really cute, but it didn't work with my chest. I might be forgetting anything else, but that just shows how unimportant it is. But the one thing that I did keep was this cheetah cowl neck tank. This is the top. I'll post a picture of it also. It just fits me really nicely. The sides of it are ruched. I'm a big cheetah print girl, and I like it. I had like a couple doubts because I'm like, do I really need another tank top that I don't have that many occasions to wear? But I really did like how it fit me. It was only like $5.50, and I did end up wearing it the day that I got it. My favorite restaurant in the city, like, unexpectedly was closing down, so me and my dad and my brother and his girlfriend went to the city to have like one last burrito there. And I wore this over a brown long sleeve with my Zara khakis from last month and brown boots. Oh, and also this other cheetah print top that I'll show you in a second. And I do think that this is something that like can become a regular part of my wardrobe. I feel like it would work kind of fancy. Like I could wear it with like my brown croc coated jeans. They're really cute. And it would be like a really nice kind of like fancy, maybe even like going to a club kind of outfit. But also I feel like I could dress it down, wear it with a pair of jeans, wear it under like a baggier top or a denim jacket. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. So all in all, my Urban Outfitter keeps total $21.32 with tax, and I'm happy about them. The next thing that I purchased was 9 shadows from Devinah. I also did just post a video on those, which I'll link down below, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about those, but I will show you. So what I got was the 6 shadows from the Moonscapes collection. Fairy Fire is the one up here, and then these are 2 from the Carnival Sweets collection. I'm wearing Earthshine on my lids today. I do have another kind of deeper teal, deepening it out on the outer corner, but all of that gorgeous shimmer is Earthshine, that baby right here. I think it is my favorite, as I said in that video, but I did just film that video the other day, so I haven't played with them that much more since then, but I can tell you, I love Earthshine, and I'm really happy about these. The total for the Devinah purchase was $68.20 before shipping, because I'm not including shipping in my budget, and I'm really happy I have those. They also came really quickly, which doesn't always happen with like small indie brands, understandably, but it's really fun when they do come quickly. Okay, the next thing that I bought was a thrifted purchase. I went to the thrift store for the first time this year. Sometimes going to the thrift store makes me like a little bit apprehensive because I have to make decisions so quickly, and sometimes I feel like I get overwhelmed that like, what if I go home and then I regret not getting that? And to alleviate that feeling, I just go ahead and buy it. That's something that I'm trying to work through, but it definitely is a thought in my head, and it makes me nervous to go thrifting because I don't want to be in a scenario where I'm buying things that I'm not sure if I love, because what if I do end up loving them, you know? This trip went so well, and I'm so happy with my purchases. The first thing that I picked up, which I haven't taken a picture of yet, but I will try to take a picture before I put this up and add this in. But it's this velvet animal print vintage button-up. I love it. They were having like a 50% off certain tag color sale, so this top was $5. It's like a really nice kind of like plush velvet, and it just like fits my style so well. I feel like it's looking darker on camera than it is in person, but I assure you, it's very beautiful. So I wore it, I mean, it was in the same day, so it's kind of like counts as I wore it once, but I did wear it to work, just like completely buttoned up over a pair of like black trousers. And then that night was when I went to the restaurant with my people, and I wore this open over that other top. It's just like so cozy, and I really like it. I'm like thrilled with it, and it was $5. I feel so lucky to have found this. The next thing that I got, if you watched my January video, you know also that I had been debating about this ECRU, off-white colored skirt. And I've just been really into shades of off-white, especially off-white bottoms. And I regularly glance through the skirt section, kind of looking if there's any like cool maxi skirts or anything. But I found this skirt. It's just like kind of like a khaki cargo skirt. And I tried it on and it fit me pretty well. The only things I feel like it's meant to be like a low-waisted skirt, but I'm kind of wearing it high-rise as I do. But like either way, I'm fine with it. It's quite short on me, but I did wear it with tights when I wore it, so it worked out fine. It has like buttoned pockets on the back of it. It just feels like so 2000s to me, and I really like it. It's like 2000s in like a subtle way, you know? And this skirt was $5. Yeah, that's like an awesome part about it too, that I paid $5 for the skirt that I really liked. And then the third thing that I got from the thrift store, I don't have right here to hold up because it's downstairs, but I will now pop up the picture of me when I went out to lunch the other day. It's this like tan leather blazer, and I was a little bit more on the fence about it because like it didn't excite me as much as the other items did. But like, it really just like looks good on me. I don't know. I have like some abstract thoughts. I don't even know if it's worth getting into. I guess I will say, I don't feel like clothes need to be flattering. And most of what I wear is clothes that people would say are unflattering. I wear super big, baggy things, and that's what I feel comfortable in. But I think sometimes when you find a piece that really just like hugs you right and is flattering, it makes me feel more comfortable. It makes me feel more confident. And I think that's where this blazer fits in for me. It's the kind of piece that I'm not like, ooh, excited, gung-ho to wear, but I know when I do wear it, I will look put together. I look like I have a nice jacket on, and like it makes me look good instead of it makes me look like I'm wearing a cool item, like what I feel like I usually do. I don't know if I articulated what I'm trying to say there, but I was like really on the fence about this. I tried it on in front of like 4 different mirrors inside the thrift store, and I ended up getting it, and I'm happy I did. It was $13, and it's really nice, and I feel like I'm going to get a lot of good use out of it. So all in all, my thrift store purchase was $24.43. I actually meant to bring my $25 Visa gift card with me to go, but I ended up going straight from work, so I didn't have it. And I was kind of like, man, if I had that $25 gift card, this would have been like the perfect purchase to make on it, because it was like pretty much exactly $25. But I mean, it's not like I needed to make more room on my budget anyway, so it was fine. But yeah, really successful first thrift trip. And then the last item that I got, I also don't have right here to hold up. I'm not sure where it is right now. I also have the picture from the seller, so I'll post that too. But I mentioned in my wishlist video that I really wanted a System of a Down tee, so I started kind of like poking around eBay and seeing what was out there, and I found this one, and I really like it. So this is the t-shirt here. It's a BYOB t-shirt, which like in my mind is kind of like newer System of a Down. I think that song came out in like 05 maybe. So like ideally I was thinking I would get like an older System of a Down shirt. Like I really like the Toxicity ones, but a lot of the Toxicity ones are so expensive because Toxicity is like a perfect album. And there also seem to be more recreations of it. So I didn't want to like end up spending a lot of money and then realize that it's like a printed shirt that's not like an actual vintage shirt. And I guess I'm kind of using vintage loosely, because if this is a 2005 design, it's not truly vintage, but I just mean that kind of like nice, worn in, old, thick t-shirt instead of like one of those really thin, flimsy ones like they print everything on nowadays. So yeah, I was nervous about this because like I have ordered vintage shirts in the past that when I get them, they're just kind of like not what I expected fabric-wise, but I love this one. I love how it fits. It's like the perfect oversized but not too oversized fit. Like I wouldn't wear it big over a pair of leggings, but it like folds up really nicely to be a crop top, or I could like tuck it into something really easily because there's not too much extra fabric. And yeah, it fits me like so well, like unbelievably well. So I paid $68 for it. I think the seller had it listed at like $72 or $75. but then when I watched it, they offered me $65 and then there's $3 tax. But yeah, I got it and I'm so happy that I did because I'm over the moon about it. I feel like I have so many vintage t-shirts that I really like. And then I have a lot that I kind of like don't have a relationship with a thing on them, but I liked the design, but then it still kind of results in me not loving it as much as I love something where I really resonate with the design. Do you know what I mean? So in this case, I love System of a Down. I feel so cool for owning a System of a Down shirt now, and I'm really excited for our future career together. And that is everything that I bought in February. So the total of what I spent, excluding the store credit things, because that's not coming out of my like, you know, number monetary budget, I spent $201.95. So I feel like I did really well at curating a selection of things that like, they all feel like worth it to me. Like they all feel special to me in their own way. Nothing feels like really cheap or dinky or thrown in, but I also didn't get things that were like really that expensive. Like I guess the two expensive purchases I made were the t-shirt for $68 and the Devinah eyeshadows for $68. But yeah, I'm like pretty thrilled about how this month went. And I'm also really happy that I still have those reserves in my Mercari and Poshmark, because last year when I was trying to reel in my spending without doing a budget, March is when I kind of like unhinged and started buying more and the whole plan fell apart. So like I've been cautiously patting myself in the back for January and February because like I did this last year and it didn't last. And this year, like I want it to last. And I feel like even if I lose some momentum in the near future, I have enough of a cushion with my finances that I can absorb it, and that makes me feel like really good and really happy about this. I'm excited to keep going. I'm excited to keep curating a little cute collection each month of things that are memorable. I said in January that I kind of like added in the goal of wearing everything within a week of getting it. So I have done that also this month. And then on top of that, I've kind of added in this goal of wearing everything that I buy every month of the year, like for the most part. Like obviously like the green sweater or this sweater that I bought, like I'm not going to be wearing this in the middle of summer, but I'll be wearing this in March and April, and then probably like September and October and November and December. And I think that's like a really good, reasonable goal also, that I don't want to just buy something that like, oh, I can stick that in an outfit. Like I want to buy things that I will really integrate into my wardrobe and use them a lot and enjoy them a lot. And that mindset shift has like really helped me also in making sure I'm making purchases that are actually useful to my life and it's not just like a needing to own them kind of thing. I set a goal in my budgeting video of only adding 100 pans of eyeshadow to my collection this year, whether it's single magnetic pans or pans in palettes. Now I do feel like of all the goals that I have, that's the one that I'm a little bit willing to be flexible on, because as as we're 2 months in, I feel like it might be really difficult and like I haven't even bought a palette yet. So I'd be okay if I go over that 100 line, as long as every eyeshadow that I'm buying is really well thought out and I'm making sure it's like something that either I'm making a video on or I'm really excited about and really going to be thoroughly enjoying. So yeah, with all that said, I just spent so long talking. I hope this was fun to watch. I hope if you were budgeting in February that you're also happy with how your month went. Reminder also that my budget is designed to work for me and I'm so happy that it's working, and I know that we all have very different situations and your finances are definitely different than mine, and that's okay. And I hope that you are happy with whatever goals you set for yourself also if you've been setting goals. And yeah, I'm just kind of rambling, so I hope this was enjoyable to watch. If you have a favorite item, like let me know. I'd be curious what you think of what I bought, because I'm really happy about what I bought, and even if you don't like it, that's okay because I like it. But yeah, that's That's everything. I feel like I said that's everything so many times. If you enjoyed this, please give me a like, subscribe. It really means a lot to me, and there's a lot more kind of like mindful purchasing content to come. And that's everything for today. Bye.